Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan. Thank you so much for coming by. So in today's video, I'm talking about why I'm voting yes on Proposition 22. This is a very relevant topic for this channel because, my friends, Prop 22 in California could pivot and change the way of the entire domestic economy. And this could actually be the beginning of a new type of workway across the entire country. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you don't live in California, if you do live in California, you definitely know what I'm talking about. You've seen these ads everywhere. Uber, Lyft, and these gig companies are spending hundreds of million dollars, estimated over $200 million to get the public to vote yes on Prop 22. And I don't want to tell you to vote yes or no, right? It's up, you have your own choice. Go out and vote. Vote whatever you want to do. I'm going to tell you why I'm voting yes. Also, I'm going to tell you about the facts on this proposition, because there are many downsides actually, but there are, in my opinion, more upsides than downsides. But again, it could benefit you in a different way, but it benefits me to vote yes. So that's what we're talking about. Essentially what Prop 22 is it would create a new type of worker for independent contractors. Essentially, it would keep independent contractors, gig workers, especially Uber, Lyft drivers, DoorDash, Postmates, Instacart, whatever. The list goes on and on. Independent. If it doesn't pass, all these companies would have to reclassify all of their workers as employees. Uber already said that they would fire 70 to 80% of drivers. There would be longer wait times for passengers and the prices would go up. So who knows what will happen. And I've heard from other inside sources that other states will adopt this similar model. So that's what we're gonna be talking about today. I'm also gonna bring up the actual proposition and show you the facts so you guys know what to do. And throughout it, I'm gonna tell you why I'm voting yes. Before I get into that, if you could please leave the video with a big thumbs up, I would appreciate that. It helps out this channel tremendously. So if you wanna support this channel, hit that thumbs up button. I would appreciate that. And also, if you do want to sign up for Yada Savings, they have a promo right now where you will get 100 tickets to be able to enter to win up to $10 million. I actually personally use Yada Savings. If you deposit $2,500 into your bank account in Yada, you will get 100 tickets, or you could just use my link and code, deposit 10 bucks and get the 100 tickets that way. Choice is yours. It's free, no fees, and it's a new savings account that just got over $3 million in funding. Steph has invested in them, another YouTuber, and a bunch of other big financial billionaires have invested in this company too. It's gonna be a moonshot, I think, but you can use the link down below if you also want to sign up to be an Uber or Lyft driver. There are links down below to get sign up bonus or guarantee of up to $2,400. I'm also gonna leave a link down below to sign up for Webull if you want to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600 once you deposit $100 into your account. So without further ado, let's get started. We got a lot to cover, but I'm gonna keep this as brief and as short as possible. So this is from Uber directly. It goes Prop 22 versus employment. 72% of drivers and delivery people have already said they're voting yes on Prop 22. Most drivers want to be independent. Everybody knows that. A small minority of drivers do want to be employees, right? Those are the people out on strike who want full-time benefits, wages, set wages. But what's gonna make these workers more money? I am also an independent contractor for these companies. The way that it would affect me the most is, for one, I wouldn't be, see right here, it would be this third one right here, work using multiple apps. So that alone is the reason, honestly, why I would want to vote yes, because I want to be able to sign up and sign off, sign up, sign on, sign off for a lot of gig apps. So I do have that experience, honestly, to make videos for this channel, because I like to test out different ways to make money. That's what this channel is all about, right? But work when and where you want. So if you vote yes, you're keeping that flexibility. If you vote no, you're kind of eliminating that flexibility. And this essentially is the same model for all of these gig apps. I've seen all these gig apps, Instacart, etc. You know, DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Lyft. There's so many, Amazon Flex. Limited number of drivers allowed on the platform, only 20 to 30% of current drivers, guys. So the reason why, guys, so just to backtrack a little bit, right? Because we can get all caught up in all these little details and specific numbers, but why is this happening? So the reason why this is happening, and it's actually a huge problem that is finally being addressed, and I've been talking to this with people for so long, for years, is that there's a growing number of people in the entire United States who work freelance, who work for just cash, have no benefits, no paid time off, no set wages even. And a majority of these Uber and Lyft drivers, myself included, we use our own vehicles. We're putting on miles on our car. One of our biggest assets is depreciating in value like crazy, and Uber and Lyft and these other companies barely pay out their drivers, and drivers mostly rely on tips. So these companies are getting huge, they're basically, they found the perfect loophole to pay everybody on independent contract, get a huge tax write-off, and barely have any expenses. Their main expenses are their actual employees that they hire, not the drivers, believe it or not. And obviously the you know, the fees, the licensing fees and all that. There's a lot that goes into, I mean, just paying out the drivers is actually a very small percentage of their total expenses, which is pretty alarming. But the government, California is the first government to actually step in and say, wait, hold on a minute, you big gig companies, you billion-dollar companies need to pay your drivers, your workers fairly. And they actually created a new bill. I know, they created a new law called AB 5, which makes it very difficult for companies to treat their workers as independent contractors if they're doing essential work of the company. So Uber's argument was that, oh, drivers are not essential to our company. And everyone was like, well, if you get rid of drivers, then how's your company gonna function? So it was a little confusing, but there's a lot of legalities into it. But other states have also said that they're looking into adopting a similar model as well. So this could actually change the whole shift of the United States economy. Because like I said before, you know, you have around 30% currently people who rely on these gig apps, freelance jobs for pay with, you know, they don't have a set job. So that's why so many people are still living paycheck to paycheck. You know, obviously there's like a savings problem there, and a lot of people like to spend all their money and they don't have a savings account. You know, there's a lot of other stuff, but it also comes down to income too. If your income's low and your expenses are high, that's kind of what you're looking at here. So this Prop 22, guys, would create a third type of worker, not an employee, but an independent contractor with some benefits. Now, the downsides. So, okay, the upsides: earnings guarantee, earn at least 120% of minimum wage, plus 30 cents per mile, healthcare benefits, occupational accident insurance. Great, 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 right? No. Let's look at the downsides, guys. The downside is that these minimum earnings guarantees and the healthcare benefits only apply while you're actually en route to pickups and on trip. So in between rides, you're not getting paid anything, and that time you're waiting does not contribute to your health guarantee. So this minimum earnings, 120% of minimum wage over 2 weeks, plus 30 cents, that sounds great and all, but if you're not getting any rides, you're not making anything. And what does it look like? It's very typical for you to go out and drive Uber or Lyft or any gig app for, you know, 8 hours, and you're only getting 5 or 6 hours of rides, right? So you're only really getting paid for 5 or 6 hours when you're really going out and working 8. That's not counting, you know, your ride home, time that you got to go to the bathroom. All in all, you're looking at 9+ hours of actual you working, and you're only getting paid for 5 or 6. And going back to the healthcare, this stipend that they're providing, $150 a month, if you drive and deliver an average of 15 hours a week. Again, right here, your weekly average consists of on route and on trip time over a calendar quarter. So you're gonna average out all the times that you're on route. So in my personal experience, because I've done many apps, I've done Uber, Lyft, Instacart, Postmates, and Uber Eats. So I've done 5 apps at this point. Every single app, I have spent a significant amount of time waiting. That's why this is a huge issue, and I can see why the government in particular has a huge problem with this, because the government this is the reason why the government can't trust these companies to pay out their drivers fairly, because they're gonna pull tricks like this one. They're gonna pull tricks like you're only getting paid on route to trip and on route to pick them and trips only. So anyways, guys, that's it. Again, just going back, the reason why I am voting yes is simply to keep the flexibility. I don't want to work consistently. I don't want to work on a schedule. Uber actually did launch a schedule plan for drivers, which I'm gonna pull up and show you guys. I don't want to work on a schedule. The reason why I quit my job and started a YouTube channel and started doing these gig apps and started, you know, just being a business owner and working for myself is so I don't have to do that, right? I wanted to show you guys the schedule really quick. Yeah, here we go. This is what it would look like. You have an employee ID, sign in password. Only 3 out of 10 drivers would be able to work. And here we go. This is the schedule. 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. They purposely, in my opinion, introduced this. They used a horrible example of a work schedule. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're using this to persuade people to vote to vote with them. But look at this: 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. You wake up and work 2 hours in the middle of the morning, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. And then you got to take an 8-hour break. You work 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. and you're only getting 5 hours of work right there. So I think what they want to do is create the worst possible experience if they have to do the employee model, to the point where drivers just quit. This is a negotiating tactic, you know? So anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. Again, I don't want to do any of this stuff, so that's why I'm voting yes on this Prop 22. But you know, you can vote whatever you want. I'm not going to stop you. If you want to schedule, go ahead, by all means. What I said before, I think really hits home. Yes on Prop 22 means you keep your flexibility, but you also have instability, right? Because you don't know how much money you're gonna make every week. You could, you know, go out and make $1,000 a week. You could go out and make a $300 a week. You don't know. But if you vote no on Prop 22, if you vote for employment, you lose your flexibility, but you gain stability. You know how much you're gonna make every single week because you're on a schedule, right? You can calculate your earnings prior to actually driving. So anyways, that's it for today's video. Again, please leave the video with a big thumbs up. I would personally appreciate that a lot. It helps out the channel tremendously. Destroy that like button. And also, if you do want to sign up for Yada Savings, if you want to join me in trying to win $10 million every single week, let's go ahead and do it. You can use my link down below and get 100 bonus tickets into your Yada Savings account, which you can use to win up to $10 million. And you can withdraw all your money at any time. There's no fees, nothing. You will never lose any money. All your money is FDIC insured. You can pull that money out along with your winnings. And if you want to sign up to be an Uber or Lyft driver and get a sign up bonus or guarantee of up to $2,400, I'll leave links down below as well. And also, if you do want to sign up for Webull and get 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 into your Webull account, you can do that as well. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a great day. Bye.